Hello, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I just wanted to come on and do a flip through of the new Crochet World as I do my very first flip through. This just came in my mailbox, and I'm going to be getting this magazine, I think, until 2028. So I've signed up for a lot of years. So I took the plastic wrapper off with my address on it, and then they've included something for AARP and some hearing aids and highlight magazine. And of course, now Tippy's at the door, of course. We can't have any live without some cat activity in the background. Hi, Kathy Whitney. And we are thinking of going and doing maybe a little thrifting. Scott needs to go to the dump first. So I'm going to just flip through this. He's working on something, and Greg and his friend are off to the U-Haul place because she's trying to travel from Tennessee to Florida, and they gave her a trailer that her car is on that contains her dogs, and there's a problem with the trailer wheels. So anyway, they're headed to U-Haul. So here we go. Crochet World. This is all about getting into the holiday spirit with 13 beautiful designs for your home. Beat the winter chill. 8 projects to keep you warm and toasty. And master Brudges lace. I don't know what Brudges lace is, so we'll learn. I haven't read any of this. I like to read the letter to the editor. Beautiful poncho. Love the doily that looks like a big, I don't know, flower arrangement. The Christmas trees are darling, but we'll see these on the project pages. All right, a shepherd's knitting caps. This is a crochet magazine. Interesting. It calls for a crochet hook. So this is a crocheted hat, but I swear it looks knitted. Does it not? We might have to give that one a go. I try not to stay on the pages with the patterns too long because somebody worked really hard to come up with the patterns. They got this cute little reindeer wearing a scarf and a vest, which is cute as it can be. That is so cute. We've got a hump block, reverse block, and underneath block. Okay. So that's a stitch. This is a stitch, and this is one. That's interesting. I'll have to look at that one. And it uses Vanna's Choice yarn. Here's those Christmas trees. Those look fairly easy to do. And I could just get 6 out of the yard to make the trunks. Those are really cute. And I have some of these circles of wood. I found those in the back. Might have to make some of those. You're going to be out on the street. We don't have an event this weekend. I think the next one will be the big one on Black Friday. I have made myself a new hat, though, and I think you've seen it. All right, here's that Brudges lace. Ornate lace work called bobbin lace originated in Brugge, Belgium, and I am probably butchering the name of the town, and I'm sorry for anybody in Belgium. In the early 1700s, the Sisters Apostolene religious order began teaching the complex and beautiful lace work in a monastery in that region. So this looks like it's just, oh, wow. Look at the butterfly. I may have to learn this. I'm pretty sure this is crocheted. Yes. I might have to make myself a butterfly, but I don't think he'll be something I use as a doily. He would be something that ended up in a shadow box for sure. Look at that. It's like so gorgeous. And I have so much crochet cotton. It's not even funny. Pretty little cowl. They call it a cowl, but to me, it's almost a little shawl, the way it comes around the shoulders like that. All right. This is a book for something called Crochet Cubies. They're cube-shaped animals that you could stack. So they have a frog and a cow, koala bear, tiger. I think that's a whale. There's that frog. There's a chicken, an owl, a teddy bear, a panda bear, and a rabbit. So you can get your copy of Crochet Cubies, Stackable Crocheted Animals at Annie's Attic. Threads of Change. Looks like a cropped sweater. No, it's a full-length sweater. You could almost make that and make it even a little longer and turn it into a dress if you wanted to. They're talking about things you can gift here. These are like all things, I guess. Shop Serenity by Jan, the Crocheted Square Ornament. There's Red Truck Fiber Company has this beautiful yarn. And I'm just going to tell you the companies. And by the way, I am not featured by anybody in or through this magazine. There's a book on creative pre-cut quilts. A lot of people like pre-cuts. I don't mind cutting my own fabric, but there are people that like the ones that, they're already cut. You just sew them together. A Maillage sampler throw kit. And Big Twist yarn, that's Joanne's yarn, is going to be at Annie's Attic as well. So Big Twist is not going to be just at Michael's, apparently. I've seen, is it Mary Maxim or is it Hirschner's that's carrying Big Twist as well? I don't remember. Thread crochet. I love to do thread crochet. It takes me longer than it used to because it's a finer thread for sure. This is a table mat with looks like snowflakes. There's the chart for it. I don't like to dwell on those. A Christmas tree doily, and they've added some little gold beads. Here's the one, Earwin doily. This gorgeous extra large doily will make a lovely centerpiece for your table this winter and holiday season. I would want to put this down and then get a piece of the strong glass that's been finished on the edge to just set on top of it to protect it. And then I would put an arrangement. I wouldn't set anything directly on that. I'd want to cover it with a piece of glass, even a piece of plexiglass or something to protect it. After all that work, The Irwin doily. Wow. Some people love charts. I'm not a chart kind of girl. I need the words. Woven snowflake ornament. So it kind of looks like you just do a chain and then they show you how to weave it. That could be fun to do. Love the wreath. See, I wouldn't mind doing just the wreath and again having it in a shadow box. I think that would be beautiful. This is a gift giving opportunity. Instead of hanging a stocking, you could just put some small of these trees. It has a pocket on the front to put a candy cane and a little present. This would be great for gift cards because you know how gift cards are always getting lost? This would be a good idea for that. Christmas tree stocking designed by Reese Washington of Hooks and Stitches. It's a stash buster, she says. There it is with no goodies tucked in it. You could do 12 or 24 of those and make an advent calendar too, a wall hanging type. We've got some Tunisian holiday pot holders. Looks like they did Tunisian crochet and then did cross stitch on top of it. What an interesting concept. I like that idea. I always see so many things I want to do. And now I've got, 3 projects on my hooks at the moment. And then I've got 2 or 3 cross-stitch projects. It's all, those charts just blow my mind. Christmas snow Afghan. Let's see if they give us an even closer look. Oh, nope, that's another one. So there's that afghan with snowflakes in the middle. And then here's another one of those that you do corner to corner. And this you really do need to follow the charts. And the charts I can manage. It's just those diagrams where they show the stitches in different marks. I don't like those. But these, I would recommend anything you do that has a chart, take it to your scanner and make a copy, but blow it way up to where you can color the squares in as you complete them. That's what I did with the dragon that I did. And I still ended up having a problem with his tail being askew. But these are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. There's the whole, they got multiple charts and then you put them together. So you'll work like this and then that, and then put it all together and make this beautiful afghan. Wouldn't that be lovely to pull out every Christmas? Wow. And there's the wreath, the retro wreath pillow. It's really pretty. Oh, going the wrong way. And this one's Twinkle Lights blanket. They got a chart for it so you know where to go. Layers of warmth. Man, that hat is thick. It wouldn't be cold enough here for that hat, but it's gorgeous. And that's that poncho I spotted at the beginning, I think. And it looks like it's made in the almond stitch. Do you remember doing the almond stitch when we were learning stitches together? That's what that's made out of. Wrapped hood. That could be nice on one of these event days when it's chilly, because you could put it down if your head got hot and then pull it back up. It uses something called Plymouth Yarn Worsted Merino Superwash. I'm not buying any yarn, so I would have to use yarn from my stash. North by Northwest set, fingerless gloves and a matching hat. That could be a nice gift to do the gloves and the hat together. And it uses a light size 3 yarn for that one. They're pretty. These gloves like this are so easy to make, really. And this has worked, it looks like, on the diagonal. There's that glorious poncho. The thing I have trouble with ponchos is I always feel like my arms are confined. Because if you lift your arms up too high, then you get a draft up the bottom. They're beautiful. I mean, look how stunning that is. But as soon as you lift your arms to reach for something, you've let a draft in. Winter warmth cardigan. That's like a cocoon type cardigan. It's actually got cuffs to hold it in place. That's a good idea. It's really cute. Really cute cardigan. And Kenora striped cardigan. That you could use any of your scraps. You could use any scraps and make it real colorful, like a coat of many colors. All right, and then we get to all the where it tells you how to do all the stitches and stuff. And then my favorite page where you get to see all the projects in one place. So which ones is Becky interested in? The knitted looking hat. The reindeer is cute, but I probably won't make it. But I might do these Christmas trees. The hat, the Christmas trees. I like that Irwin doily that's so fancy. And I love this idea of the snowflakes for the tree. I do like that one. And then the set with the hat and gloves. So there's several in here, which I would say justifies my purchase of a subscription to the magazine. I always try to figure out if I'm putting our money in the right place. I don't need to buy any more yarn, seriously. And I told Scott, I said, we're not bringing in any more acrylic yarn until I've used up what I have. So now when I look at yarn, it has to have a natural fiber in it. So wool, silk, bamboo, things like that I will still snatch up if I can get it at a really good price in a thrift store. But as far as just regular acrylic yarn, the Goodwills have gotten to where they're wanting to charge what Red Heart is on sale at like Michael's. So it's pointless. And plus I have so much of it. But the organic natural fibers type situation, yes, please. All right, I just wanted to do this flip through. Do y'all want to see my frog hat I finished? I got it on a styrofoam head right now. And this is a free pattern on Yarnspirations. It's called the Froggy Crochet Bucket Hat. And that's what they made it look like there. And now I need to bring you guys up just a little bit so I can get Froggy on here. And I'll show you what I've done. Instead of making a cutie little smile, I gave him a proper frog mouth and stitched that on. That's just back stitched. And then on the eyes, I just added a little white highlight on each of the eyes just to give him some character. You're going to make one when you find the time. I got lucky when I was going through my yarn and I found this yarn, which was thrifted. And I have this much left of this skein. I got this for $1.99, and this is beautiful yarn to work with, and it holds its shape. I also found this yarn, but it's like Caron Simply Soft, and it may be too floppy for this hat. But Greg said, "Oh, Rachel would love one," so I might see what I can do. This is not enough here to make another full-on hat. But this yarn is 75% acrylic, 25% wool, and it was a 200 yard skein. I got it for $1.99, and it was by the Plymouth Yarn Company, and it was called Encore Knitting Worsted Weight, and they paid originally $5.99, and I got it for $1.99. So I didn't find any other greens. When I came across these greens like this, I snagged it out. I have a darker green, like in Red Heart, but it's a forest green. It's not really a froggy green. And my frog is showing up lighter than it actually is because this is it's more lime, neon lime type color. So, I mean, he's really, really loud. Yeah, it's got only 25% wool, but it just is so lovely. And I love the slip stitch edge on the edge of this. It really finished it nice. And I've got it on my creepy face that has no face, or head that has no face. So I would recommend this pattern. It was really easy to do. It's free on Yarnspirations, the Froggy Crocheted Bucket Hat. And it looks cute on. I guess I could put it on and show you guys. Hi. Put my frog hat on. Oh, he's looking off to the side. Where's his eyeballs? There we go. It doesn't really cover my ears. That's the only thing, but it is a bucket hat. If you changed it and just kept bringing the sides down instead of building out to make the little, what do you call this part? Brim. You could make it into a regular hat, or you could end it where they start telling you to start building the brim, and you could do the a ribbed brim and make it wide enough that you could fold it up and cover your ears. So I would say I would need to add about 4 inches of a rib. That's where you work so many stitches out from what you have to get to the length you want, and then you just work back and then catch the next stitch up on the hat, and then you work a row down and a row back and then catch the next stitch, and you do that around and make the brim that way. I've done that on hats for Scott because he just loves a hat with a brim. He has no hair, so that's why. So anyway, there's my frog. I really loved it. And if you happen to see this, I don't know about the rest of you, but finding the magazines in stores now is getting impossible. I don't see them on the newsstands. Crochet and knitting, and Michaels doesn't carry magazines unless they've changed their minds and have started. I think magazines may be dying out on us. I still enjoy my magazines. I understand what you're saying. Make a brim on it instead of the bucket. But I wanted to follow the pattern and make sure it worked since of the fiasco I'm having with the baby sweater. Yeah, but I did do a single buttonhole on the baby sweater. And it may be up too high, but it'll hold it at least a little closed. Ribbit. Yep. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to see if Scott's ready to do the dump run. And I'll talk to you guys later. Kind of missing coming on to do the Inktober, but it's November 1st. And happy birthday to my grandma, wherever she's floating about me. Bye, guys. You too, Kathy. Be safe.